Hello everyone, this is Elijah from Rope Drop to Close, and in this video we're going to be doing a review of Darth Vader's legacy lightsaber that can usually be found at Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Now with the current state of things, since the only Galaxy's Edge that's open is on the East Coast at Walt Disney World, that's the only place where you can still find this at Doc Ondar's. However, on the West Coast, this can only be found at the Star Wars Trading Post located at Downtown Disney. Once the Disneyland Resort reopens, you will find this back at Doc Ondar's. And before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for future videos from us at Rope Drop to Close. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at this lightsaber. Alright, so when you guys first purchase Darth Vader's lightsaber, this is the display case that it's going to come with. And as you can see, it is in a mostly gray plastic box. However, there are a lot of details going throughout. As you can see right here, you have on the top, you have some molding there that make it look techy, and on the bottom here you have some instructions for the batteries there. That's how you're going to install the batteries, is at the bottom of the hilt, and you can see the current price it goes for, which is about $130. And just going around here to show the details, you have molded in details throughout the box. And then the only thing that's really going to be different amongst the character sabers, it's going to be this emblem here. This is going to show what color the blade's going to be once you attach it and ignite it. So as you can see, since it's Darth Vader, it's going to be red. And you have this symbol right here. You're going to see some cases that are going to be a little bit bigger. That's either because they're bigger lightsabers, such as Kylo Ren, which he has the exhaust, I guess you could say, pipes on the side. And then Ahsoka's, which is going to be two lightsabers in there in one box. But anyways, to open this, you just click this front button here, and that should open this up. And you can see here is the lightsaber. It's kind of on this, not velvet, but it's some sort of fabric to help make it look presentable in the box. And then on the lid here, you get some foam pieces that are going to hold this lightsaber in place so it doesn't clunk around when you're shaking this thing. And let's go ahead and take this off. The plastic under tray here beneath the material is molded specifically to that lightsaber, so it helps it stay in place when carrying this around. And we're going to lift this up, and there's nothing really under there. You see styrofoam pieces that help hold the lightsaber. And there you go, that's the box. So we're going to go ahead and put this out of the way. And now moving on to the hilt itself. This, for the most part, is made of metal. So you have these primary sections here, which is made of metal, and then it's covered by some plastic and rubberized pieces, such as the grip here. This is made of rubber. And then you have this section here in the middle, which is plastic, as well as the switch here. But then this little piece right here is metal, and this is sharp, and I have been pricked by this while just swinging this lightsaber around, so be careful with this part, because when you grip it, it does kind of dig into your thumb. And then on the top here, you have more of this plastic piece on the emitter, and then you have some actual wire pieces. So I don't know how well it's going to show, but you can actually kind of squish this around. There's no actual wiring in there. It's just to make it more realistic. And then with the details here, you can see it says letter B and letter S. I assume the reason for that is because of what this lightsaber originally came from, or the original lightsaber, which is a part of a camera flash piece, where, I don't know if you guys have seen it, where you hold a camera flash piece like this, and then there's a light bulb here, and that's what would give the flash of cameras in the 1920s. That's the origin of the lightsaber. But going back into this, you could see some details on this side as well. You see some little bits of gold here on some of these screws, and then on the bottom here, that's where the speaker is, as you can see. And then you also have some details there. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but you can see on the top section here, it says Disney, and then it says Lucasfilm, made in China, and then yeah, just some probably product numbers there as well. And this is how you're going to get into the battery section. So you're just going to get a hold of this and then twist all the way off. So this part comes off, and then the battery pack should slide off. Now sometimes there's a cover for these legacy lightsaber batteries. This one does not have one, so you can see that it does take 3 AA batteries, and these are the batteries that this originally came with, and it still actually works. I've had this for almost a year now, and the lightsaber, the batteries are still holding up, and they still ignite, which is really good. But there you go, and to put it back in, it goes in at a particular way because of the shape, so see right there, and just screw this back in. and then that's good to go. And then looking at the emitter here, as you can see, there's a cap here, so in order to install a blade first, you're going to have to remove this, which it comes off pretty easily, and it's nicely detailed in there as well. And then from in there, you can see that it is hollow, which will allow a blade to be inserted. And in terms of how this secures into a belt clip, it uses the D-ring method, and I have used this as a cover tech, this metal piece, and it does actually work. So if you guys want to use this as a cover tech instead of the D-ring method, which I prefer cover tech, I don't know why, it just seems a little cooler, you have the option to do so. And in terms of the weight of this lightsaber, you could definitely feel the quality in it. There's a lot of heft to it. I'd probably say it's between 1 and 2 pounds, which may not seem like much, but for the size that this is, it does feel a lot heavier in your hands. And just for a quick comparison, here you can see what the Darth Vader Legacy lightsaber looks like next to the Rey saber or the Skywalker saber, since this was previously Anakin's and this is currently Anakin's. So you can see there are some similarities there, such as in the grips. You kind of see a similarity here in the ignition switch. And yeah, that's pretty much where the similarities end. At the top half of the lightsabers here, they look pretty different, but you can tell that there was an evolution here in that this was Anakin's first, and then, or not first, because he's had multiple lightsabers according to the prequels. He had this one earlier before this one, so you could see definitely a progression there. And now in order to insert a blade, we're just going to take the hilt here, and we have one of the blades. You just insert it there into the emitter, just find that sweet spot, and then it'll go in. Hear the sound effect, you're going to twist, that'll lock it in place. And before I show you guys what this looks like outside in the dark, so you can see what the blade looks like, here's what it sounds like when you ignite it. Now in terms of my overall thoughts on this lightsaber, you really can't go wrong with Darth Vader. His, I believe, is the most classic, and his was the first one that I actually purchased, and I do not regret it one bit. It does suck that this originally started out at a $110 price range, and it since increased to $130. However, if you're into Star Wars like I am, I still think $130 is definitely worth it. And just don't forget to pick up a blade, unless you're okay with just displaying this as a hilt, which is what I normally do, as you can see here. And I do recommend getting this display stand. It is about $25, and it just makes it look a little bit cooler. But anyways, if you guys have any questions about this lightsaber hilt, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Hopefully we'll be able to help you guys out. And as always, leave a like down below and subscribe for future videos from Rope Drop to Close, and follow us on Instagram and Patreon. Both links will be in the description. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you guys later.